And hello. Good afternoon. Thank you for the first Rom. Hello, Crow, as well. So, yes, well, not yesterday. Last time on, we played Divinity Original Sin, and I'm starting to realize that going in with 2 custom characters and 2 mercs instead of origin companions has left our quest log without guidance for the most part. That's on me. I should probably bring that up later, but also it's probably too late to change that now. So hold up. Why is my camera not plugged in? No, should be. Feels like it's firmly attached anyway, so let's no. There we go, that's better. That was weird, but yeah, fair enough. At least we didn't get too far into the stream before I realized the camera wasn't working for some reason. Anywho. No. That was just me testing that I had the right PFP for going forward. Right.
I'll go ahead.
Varn is in a state of confusion and needs time to collect himself.
Tread lightly. Let us be careful. The path is clear. I'll go ahead. Let's head out. The path is clear. Tread lightly. I'll go ahead. The path is clear.
I think I might have gone wrong somewhere.
Let's head out. Tread lightly. The path is clear. I'll go ahead. Let us be careful.
There it is. Our search for an answer to the mystery of Varnhold was coming to an end. After learning of the horrible fate that befell the poor citizens of Varnhold, we headed to the final destination of our trip. A dark chamber hidden behind Mordecai's throne room. As soon as we crossed the threshold, the dark hall before us was filled with gleaming, transparent vessels. The shimmering lights of these souls imprisoned there dispersed the gloomy darkness of the tomb. Every move, those bright little sparks are as they beat against the interiors of their inelegant, translucent prisons. And what did the Baroness do when she saw the cruel fate of Varnhold's citizens? Established by Magar Varn and his loyal mercenaries, Varnhold is a frontier town made up of craftspeople, or made up of mostly single adults with an even distribution of craftspeople and farm laborers. The main buildings in the town are the inn, a church of Erastil, and a local grange where the farmers can stockpile and trade their produce. The town is constructed around a ford in the Kiravoy River with a low, flat-topped hill rising above it. Atop the hill stands the hewn log stockade and blockhouse that was built for the colony's defense. And what did the Baroness do when she saw the cruel fate of Varnhold's citizens? She immediately began breaking the soul jars to free the imprisoned souls. Upon breaking the first jar, a bright flash of light heralded that the imprisoned soul had regained its freedom. The bright spark flew in an arc over our heads and settled on the floor. And then, well, even my talent as a writer can't do justice to what we saw then. The freed soul was resurrected in a heartbeat on the spot where the spark landed. A man clad in dusty peasant's clothes appeared, a terrified expression of utter shock on his face. The poor man was terrified when he came to his senses after the nightmare only to find himself in the middle of an ancient tomb. Hello, Anya, AP, and Sakura. How are you doing? In an effort, or it took no effort at all to free the others. With each crash of shattered glass, new people appeared around us. Guards, fishermen, mothers, their children, farmers, drunkards, grumpy grannies, groaning gossipers. Long story short, all the people who'd been abducted by the Oculus of Abaddon had returned. Oh, if only Shattering Kitchenware always brought such joy and goodness. Alternating between lamenting, crying, and yelling for joy, the crowd headed for the tomb's exit. We followed after them, finishing yet another chapter of our heroic chronicle. Nice. Your grace! God be praised, you're our savior. You rescued us. You realize you are talking to my dog, right, Vern? And not just me, but my people as well. Whatever I can do to show my gratitude, Magar pauses for a moment, as if lost in thought, then grunts. Too bad Cephal didn't live to see this moment. And Gunderson, he wasn't a bad sort, just impulsive. Magar nods. We'll mourn them. Mourn all who lost their lives because of Mordecai. And then, just Cephal and Gunderson, huh? What about Nadia? Your general. Magar turns to you. At attention. Your grace, by the debt of blood, Varnhold and I now serve you. The cowards from the north didn't lift a finger to help me when I was in need. So, I offer my sword to the one who will. He bows his head. I'll head to your castle and wait for you there. A deputy will rule in Varnhold. I'll appoint someone trustworthy. Don't worry about that. Yeah, maybe a deputy should rule in Varnhold because, I don't think you're fit for it.
The ancient evil was defeated. The dead tyrant Vorticai wouldn't be threatening us or anyone else any longer. Alas, our friend revealed himself to be an enemy. How could you, Tristan? We trusted you. breath.
I feel tired.
All right. Well,
And have you thought about returning to your hometown? There must still be people there who you know.
No. Many died. For others, I died. I couldn't go back.
okay.
I need to catch my breath.
Tread lightly.
So
Can you make an epic pose?
I-
Inspiration.
I want out of my way to go back and switch Kanera out for Trishan when he showed up in the showed up as we approached the Valley of the Dead, because I realized
Good, you dead.
that there were actually
Serves you right.
there were reasons for me to take him along, even though I had absolutely no reason to trust him. Which, those reasons was basically
Tear them apart!
I needed him to have a change of heart so that I could talk him out of taking the Oculus of Abaddon with him, which I I couldn't do originally because I didn't take him with me. So I went out of my way to reload the game and do that fight over again. Which is why I'm currently down a party member.
Cannot hide from me. Nowhere to run.
You deserved it. Any last wishes?
Bring it!
Catch my breath. Resting would be nice, don't you think? Clashing swords, hours despairing, vows made in silence, hoping and daring. Ugh, that rhyme is rubbish. I know all the words. Why is it so hard to put them together? And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me!
You can count on me. I did as you asked.
Ow. Well, it was only 9 damage, so I lucked out a little bit there,
Done
to
and
be
done.
honest.
Let's head out. I'll go ahead. The path is clear.
I need to catch my breath.
I'm hungry. When we stop?
I just keep thinking about the story we learned while we were searching for the flower. The story of the fallen goddess. I feel pity for her. It seems she was punished not for being evil, but for rebelling against rules set by someone else.
Many poor souls lost their lives to the bloom. Direct your pity toward them.
I agree.
Let us be careful.
You hear a faint, or a strange, faint humming noise, like a swarm of locusts in the distance. Then, suddenly, the noise rises to a painful shrieking in your ears. Suddenly, you can make out the words in the din. The words are disjointed and hard to make out, but someone is clearly trying to speak to you. Help! Yes! Who are you? Or what are you? Traveler! Way home! Friend! Jester! Jest! Escape! Trap! Pain! Wound! Blood! Powerlessness! Blood! Cold! Heat! Darkness! 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 Light! Predators! Attack! Run! Loss! Drawing upon your arcane knowledge, you discern a strange being. or that the strange being, whatever it may be, has stumbled into a trap, which turned out to be a portal, and was injured. You are not sure what the predators are that it mentioned, but they must have attacked the creature while it was on this side of the portal. Wish home? Who are you talking to? Me? Octavia looks around with a raised brow. There's no one here. Are you seeing things? Akin freezes and watches you closely. He remains silent, but you notice he is reaching for his weapon. Who sent you here, and why? Friend, Jester, Faye. What do you want? Stone, predators, multitude, powerlessness. Help, defense, cleanup, path, home. You are able to piece the jumbled words together with some difficulty. Near as you can tell, the stranger is asking you to get rid of the mysterious predators that drove it away from the stone. Where is the stone you spoke of? Straight hill top. I'll see what I can do. I'll go there now and take care of the predators. Home, wish, gratitude, presence. No idea who you were talking to just now, but it seems we're in for another adventure. You might say that, yeah. I swear I've had that event somewhere before, though.
Finish it quick!
Consider me provoked.
I grant your death.
I swear I've read that or done that event once before.
Tread lightly.
Wand of Restoration, lesser. And a composite short bow.
The path is clear.
Time to resume. And notably, we are also finally have access to the kingdom again, which is kind of funny because we're still kind of on the border of the kingdom. The locals, yeah, the guards found and executed some barbarian scouts. It seems the scouting party was from a larger colored force. The advisor's servants conducted an investigation and removed the mayor. His holdings were transferred to the community he betrayed. The position was given to an honorable man of the people, and the community is satisfied that it is being led by someone they trust. The arcane specialists are terrified. Weeks of powerful arcane spells will hit the capital and the surrounding lands. The coming attack seems to be originating from somewhere near the Tors of Levnes. Undead Cyclops attack. Our priest successfully repelled the undead attacks and defeated the intruders. Peace has been restored to the region. Actually, no. Let's handle the problems first. Well, actually, no. Whoops. Okay. No. Cancel that one, cause I just realized we can upgrade our capital to a city. And that should be a priority. Okay. Unfortunately, I do not have a counselor to replace Christian at the moment, so I'm going to need to deal with that as soon as possible. Oh, what? No, wait. Ghost Stone. Right. Alright. I remember what I was doing before I started Kingdom Management. Anywho. Precipice Trail.
Now is the beginning of the hunt.
Oh. Well.
I'll go ahead.
Cannot hide from me.
Wrong spell, but it was fine. It turned out fine.
Let's head out. The path is clear.
I need to catch my breath.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Teleport to Hawthorne. Right, it's not Cornelia anymore, it's Hawthorne. Whoops. Throne room. Your Grace, we need to head to Bravoy immediately. Lord Jamania requires your help in fighting off a sudden attack on Rossland. A treacherous invasion of barbarians has caught the Sword Lords off guard. It is presently only skirmishers, but very soon there will be a major battle on the Glenabon uplands. Restov is calling for your help, and I trust you won't turn your back against your or on your old allies when they need your aid more than ever. There's one more thing. I'm afraid the bloom is black, Your Grace. Monsters have been appearing in the barony again. Fortunately, they have been spotted only near Candlemere Lake. Of course, this is highly disturbing, but my Baroness, without immediate action on our parts, the Sword Lord may be defeated. What's going on at Candlemere? Not long ago, a bright flash was spotted on the center of the island. After that, monsters started to appear in the area. Fishermen and travelers. Some should travel to the Candlemere and discover where these monsters are coming from and why. What's happening in Bravoy? The Khalid barbarians, Your Grace, the Tiger Lord tribe, they sometimes serve as mercenaries in the river kingdoms. Not long ago, a new chieftain rose among them and inspired the tribe to conquer new lands. His name is Armag Twiceborn, and it is said his tribe honor him as a living legend. Looks like Bravoy became his first target. Rossland, to be more specific. Emiri raises her head, her eyes blazing. Tiger Lords! So they decided to come to fight? I've heard my former tribe is with them now, hiding from the evil spirit that haunts them. I bet the Tiger Lords brought the cowardly worms with them. If so, I'll give them what they deserve. She shakes her head as if trying to cast off something unpleasant. Then she glares at you. But her words are carefully controlled. What I wanted to say, Chieftain, we need to go there and we need to hurry. I'm going now to scout around. Maybe find some help. Come with me. Or else we'll live to see this Armag smash the Brevins and come knocking at our main gate. You are right. The threat is too serious to be ignored. We're heading there right now. Emiri raises her hand as if trying to stop you. Easy. If we go in a huge group, there's no way that we can scout unnoticed. In short, I go first to see their numbers, maybe smash several heads, and come join you later. She grins. Just don't make me wait too long, or I'll kick their asses without you. Which one should I do first then? The war in Brevoy, of course. Lady Jamandi's request is pressing. The future of Rosland and the Eldori Sword Lords depend on you. I must return to my own concerns. And one last thing, Your Grace. Now, in this darkest hour, I must hurry to help my countrymen. I'm heading to Rosland immediately to join the Sword Lords. I hope we'll meet again and in this world. Addressed Hanvaki. Your Grace, I came to say farewell. Alas, I must return to my homeland. I have responsibilities as family head. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Take care of yourself. Your advisor has arrived to report the recent relations developments in your barony. Before you is a boyish half-elf. Her tight-fitting leather outfit is full of patches, and a large, mean-looking blade rests on her hip. A tattoo adorns the woman's neck. On behalf of the simple folk of Hernhold, I greet you. My name is Tyrval. I am here to represent our community, to present you with a token of our loyalty and to humbly beg your help. The half-elf hands a wrapped parcel to you. I personally vouch for its quality. I made it with my own hands. Every stitch and cut. I hope you don't like it. Tierval proudly hands over her gift to you and continues in a steady tone. We ask you to let Burnhold assemble a militia of her own. Many of the locals are eager to keep watch and defend their homes with weapons in hand. Especially after the, well, you understand. Your Grace took care to send guards to Barnhold, and I am grateful for that. However, the townsfolk would sleep better knowing that you've let us take the protection of our children and elders into our own hands. I understand that this would require an investment from you, but we will not remain in your debt for long. If there is a workshop here, I can work leather. I'd be more than happy to make all manner of things for you. I can make a living as a tanner back in Daggermark. Tell me about your idea. I'll try to keep it short. I come from a long way from here, Daggermark. That is, we've never had too much in the way of law, but we always had order. It was just wasn't the guard that looked after it. It was the local bandits, every village, every quarter. They all had a gang of their own. They never touched anyone except the other gangsters that came by. They were just like the guard, you see. Even though no one ever gave them any authority, and if you don't have the authority, and you carry a blade, well, then you're a bandit. Tierval proudly hands over the gift and continues in a steady tone. Right, I read that already. I'll try to keep it short. I come from a long way from here. Daggermark, that is. We've never had too much in the way of the law, but we always had order. It just wasn't the guard that looked after it. It was bandits. Every village, every quarter, they all had a gang of their own. They never touched anyone. Except for other gangsters that came by. They were just like the guard, you see. Even though they... Well... Outbreak. Welcome back. Long story short, we've got our ways. So that's just why I'm asking for your permission and your help. We want to bring a few brave and quick-witted folks together. I do everything by the book. Why don't you simply come and serve as my guards? The half-elf hesitates. You see, right now, we're close to the people. If we put on a uniform, well, they'll accuse us of selling out to the authorities, and we wouldn't want that, now would we? All manner of leather things. The half-elf livens up. Oh yes, I'm a master leather worker after all. Armor, boots, I make it all. I just can't find a proper place to practice my craft. If you help with that, I can work for you. But only if you satisfy my request and help us organize a militia. I like this idea. I'll see whether I can make it happen. Thank you, Your Grace. I hope to hear good tidings from you soon.
Meanwhile, barbarian hordes had been gathering near Brevoy's borders. We had a difficult choice to make. Was it more important to chase a traitor, or to fulfill our duty as allies?
Let us bide our time.
Actually, yeah, no.
Meanwhile,
There we go. Oh, well, the lost brother was going to fail either way, so it's fine. Barnhold Militia. The nature of curses. Advisors. Minister Jathal. And we need to get a cleric. to take up Christian's post for now.
I'll go ahead. The path is clear. Tread lightly.
Well, who should I... Yeah. And then a cleric. Because I need a high wisdom modifier. Well, dexterity and wisdom. Bloom kit, yeah. Traits aren't that important for an advisor. Neither are feats, to be honest.
We shall overcome! Stand with me!
Right. I'm basically giving her the same build as Christian at this point, but it's kind of the most effective one for what she's supposed to be doing, at least until Trishan comes back into the party. Huh. Well, no matter. Four, five. I don't know why I'm carefully selecting these, to be honest, because I'm never going to use her in my active party. So 8, 3, that's 8, 11, 15. Okay, yeah. And now we go back to the keep. so that we can assign Yoko as our counselor. Right. However, that's actually where I'm going to go off script for a bit, because I want to show you guys something. And for that, this needs to go off screen for a bit. So, yeah. As you can see, I had a little something in the works in the background, but I've had rather, but don't hold your breath now. Da da da. Do 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 do. She there you go. There's Nadia, but now without, or rather more accurate to what she is supposed to be as my Final Fantasy character. But when I got her rigged, well, my rigger Syntax decided wanted to push his boundaries a little, try to explore and improve, and he increased the field of motion from 20% angle to a 40% angle, or 40 degrees angle rather, which as you can see, when the model can move that far or turn that far to the left or the right, suddenly it becomes very flat. That wasn't really, that wasn't optimal. It's not even usable I would say. So I've decided not to use it. However, it kind of feels like a waste to leave this model as it is, because it's a pretty expensive model. It was a pretty expensive artist, so yeah. I've decided that I'm going to save up money, save up funds, and just seeing as I still have the unrigged PDF, I am going to save up funds and table that for later, for a commission later. So, yeah. I am kind of sad to see it, the way it turned out, but oh well. Listen. Not my titties. There we go. Just a little update, but that's how it be sometimes. Sometimes things don't work out the way you want it to, right? So, with all that said, let's go back to get back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. So, guard headquarters in Barnhold will have. I couldn't build that. And I didn't realize that was going to pass time. Oh well. Hmm. Ah, shit. That was, unfortunate. But, yeah. I'm going to, reload that again. The question is, yeah, it's after Yoko's appointment to, counselor. That's good. Oh, fuck. No, that's an opportunity. Bloody vendetta problem. Okay.
I'll go ahead. The path is clear.
Ad break.
Say, aren't you the ancient? I'm Onyx. The least you can do is remember my name. I want you to tell me something, Professor Hojo. Jules, if I sound like a psychopath right now, that's a good thing, because that means it's working. Why would I portray Hojo in any other way? Seriously.
The illness has existed for generations, but we have been unable to find a cure. Well, do I have news for you? We have a cure. The cause is quite clear though. The excess lightning in the environment. It's no coincidence. The number of cases has risen dramatically these past 30 years. Hello, welcome back. Tokens of the Dryad, ancient Cyclops coins. Blind darkness underground, bronze blades clashing, the cold blood of serpent folk and the hot blood of Cyclops mingle on the stone floor. And something else. Fear, desperation, agonizing shame. The owner of these pieces was not to be envied, Edelweiss. Give me the items you've collected, and I'll tell you the story of the fallen soldier. Saddled horses neigh and stamp hooves. They cannot wait to travel to distant lands, searching for the legendary treasures of an ancient empire. I can feel the bravery of the previous owner. Now, or how she dreamed of adventure and fame. Do you wish to know where her path led her? I certainly do. Find the rest of her five belongings, and together we can uncover the story and search for the gemstone cave. The wind howls over the wastelands of Glenabon. The flames of bonfires dance to rhythmic music of a barbarian tribe. Thousands of years ago, these belonged to the guardians of a great chieftain's tomb. Yes, the same tomb that had been forsaken until recently. Are you interested in why the Guardians abandoned their post? Bring me the 5 pieces and I shall ask them. This is strange. I feel the traces of rune magic, or of the rune magic of Thassalon, heavy spells of Cyclops, precise wizardry of Aslan, and the fresh wind of elven spells, all combined together. Though it's barely discernible underneath the mold of time, who could have joined all these things? Their owner is shrouded in a thick darkness, blacker than the depths. Find all 5 items, and then, I hope, the secrets of their owner will be revealed to me. I would be happy to trade the whole set of items for their story. Can you hear it calling to us? Let us hurry. Tell me about the fallen soldier. I feel the damp cold of a dungeon. Weapons clinking. I smell the blood and soldiers' footcloth. There is a dull pain in my muscles. And a weariness. An endless weariness. On the verge of desperation. I am Cyclops, a soldier of the 19th Unbending Legion of Golgan of the Golgan Empire. We travel to Darklands with the mission of clearing the middle levels of the southwest sector of Serpent Folk. Over the course of the mission, we've lost a third of our contingent. Our rations have run low, and our morale lower. Golgan Empire. The Lost Kingdom of Golgan is an ancient Cyclops empire, which included what is today known as the Shackles and the Mediogalti Island, as well as the southern part of the Sunlands and a section of the western Mwangi expanse. It predates the rise of Aslan, having been at its height during the Age of Serpents because of its magic users infused their craft into buildings and other structures they built. Some have survived the ravages of time. Most of the information known today about Golgan was obtained by expeditions into these extremely dangerous ruins. The Darklands are an immense series of caverns, vaults, and passages under the surface of Galarian. While entrances to the Darklands can be found throughout the world, it is not common for travelers to venture into almost universally unsafe depths. I've heard several soldiers secretly tell each other that they've lost any hope of returning home. Stand strong. I'll endure whatever I must to return home alive for the sake of my wife and child, but each new march, each new battle dims the thought that I'll ever see them again. I pray for the sun's protection and guidance, but the great luminary, but can the great luminary even hear me down here? Golgan. I thought the Cyclops Empire was called Coloran. Coloran? Never heard of it. The storyteller's face twitches, and his normal voice returns. Coloran was founded by Golgan refugees several centuries later. As for why there were refugees at all, well, we'll learn that soon enough. The storyteller's face relaxes again as he returns to the story. How long do we have you been on your mission? Cut off from the sun and moon, we count time by daily marches. I've lost track completely. It feels like we've spent an eternity in this underground hell. Could it be that when I return, my son will be a graying old man with sons of his own, and sons themselves? No, I must avoid these thoughts. Do you worship the sun? Yes, of course. Do you know what raises Cyclops above the animals and other two-legged savages? The Cyclops face has one eye, a single orb, just like the sun during the day, or the moon at night. We build a majestic temple. We build majestic temples to praise the luminaries, and in return, they reward us with prophetic visions. The lesser races may roam in the dark, but the Cyclops are capable of seeing proof. Why do you wage war against the serpent folk? By order of our Empress, Zalekti Neverdoes, of course. With her own hands, she destroyed their den near Garkotar and beheaded their leader. The Darklands will be ours again. Maybe once we've purged all the serpent folk, we can find a way to bring sunlight down here. Maybe. Go on. Our mission continues. We've lost half our contingent, but we still have no orders to turn back. The soldiers' desperation is becoming open indignation. If we were outside of this situation, I'm convinced half the unit would have deserted by now, but here we are, and there's nowhere to run. I listen to the soldiers talking, and I don't like what I hear. This underground hell has changed them. They don't look to the luminaries for help anymore. Rumor has it that some of them have recently, or have secretly, begun praying to the serpent folk's gods worse than barbarism. This is pure insanity. But wasn't this mission itself insane in hindsight? What beings do the serpent folk worship? I don't know, and I don't wish to. Who could possibly be worthy of worshipping in these petted catacombs where sunlight can never reach? Devils or demons, if I had to guess. We've seen unholy shrines, and they were enough to make even seasoned veterans sick. Flayed skins, bowls of blood, and entrails, altars made of bones, and this done to their own kin, to other serpent folk. I can't imagine what they do to their captives. Well, that's the thing about the sun, or if about worship rather. If the sun cannot reach down here, is it really worth worshipping? Did you kill many serpent folk? I think so. I don't know the exact numbers. That filth doesn't practice honest combat. They move through secret passages to ambush us, attacking from behind, or above, or below. We've decimated many of their nests, but they still keep coming. Go on. The Legion rebelled. An officer caught some of the soldiers offering sacrifice to the serpent folk's gods, and he ordered them arrested and executed, but he had no idea how deep the contagion had spread. Many soldiers refused to follow his orders. The groups stood facing each other, swords bared, loyalists against traitors. I should stand by my commanding officer, die beside him as a loyal soldier of the Empire. But I'm scared. Oh son, I'm so scared. I don't want to die here underground. I want to see my wife and son again. I couldn't say a single word. I couldn't move while they butchered our commanding officer and the soldiers who remained loyal to him. But that couldn't save me from what happened next. They declared the slain as sacrifices to the serpent folk's gods, and each of us had to taste the flesh of the sacrificed or share their fate. Salty blood runs down my lips. I choke down the slimy meat and clap my hands to my mouth to keep myself from puking. Sun and moon can't help us here, and I I raise my prayer to the new gods. My legs won't hold me, so I kneel and I feel them. I feel they're here with me. I stand around me. They stand around me. Their cold palms on my forehead, and my fear subsides. I'll return home. Isn't that what I was praying for? Won't you end up executed for treason? Not if they never learned of it. We all agreed on the story. We'd tell our commanders when we returned. Our operation was successful. The Legion suffered heavy losses. Our commanding officer was held in action. So, in the next command, the next in command took his place and ordered us to head back. We did. That's all. Do you still sacrifice Cyclops? Just once or twice. Now we try to capture serpent folk alive and sacrifice them instead. I've even developed a taste for snake meat. The underground gods, away from the scum, turned away from that scum. Their new followers are far superior. Such power and glory. These new gods can bring to the Empire. We could even challenge Aztlan itself. Go on. On the upper level, we rejoined the main force of our army. Big stretch. Thank you for the wasted. Just as I read a passage about Cyclops turning cannibal. Thank you for the second stretch. And the first hydrate of the day. Just as my mouth was getting a little dry, to be honest. Thank you very much. On the upper levels, we rejoined the main force of our army. We reported the cleansing operation as a success. No one doubted our story. On the officer's glorious death. Not that I'm surprised. It seems our legion wasn't the only one to accept the protection of the underground gods. Some soldiers even pray to them openly, and our superiors turn a blind eye to it. Finally, we make it back to the surface. I breathe fresh air deep into my lungs. Like a crimson eye, the huge ball of light glares down at me on me from the sky. I shut my eye, for I am no longer used to the sunlight. Tears run down my face. No matter. It's alright. I'll be home soon. I must thank the gods for my safe return. Maybe my son would make a good sacrifice. What happened to Golgan after that? As so often happens, while the Serpent Folk may have lost a war with the Cyclops, they won victory over their souls. Soon, dark cults spread throughout the Golgan Empire, replacing the traditional worship of the celestial deities. Sacrifice of Cyclops, public tortures, and ritual cannibalism became commonplace. The empire began to decay. How was Coloran founded? Seeing the empire dying, some Cyclops fled into what is now known as Iobaria. They hope to preserve the culture of old Golgan, to build a new country free of the dark cults. But, as before, the contagion was already too deep. Coloran proved to be just a lesser copy of Golgan. And then, the Earthfall came. Skies have fallen down, depending on the ending the Cyclops civilization, along with so many others. Thank you for the story. It must have felt nostalgic, actually. Relaying a story from, well, your own time, or close to it.
Tread lightly.
Bloody Vendetta, right. That's going to take 14 days. Got it?
Why don't we set up camp?
I just remembered. I upgraded Hawthorne to a city, didn't I? So it's time to manage that. Oh no, 2020. Alright, a new phase. Still has 5 days left. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, no. That's no good.
I'll go ahead.
Elvis, do you know why I find the company of the short-lived very annoying? They're in such a hurry to do things as fast or do as many things as fast as they can that they cause utter chaos. Back in Conan, intrigues are carefully devised. They're intended to last dozens of years. The plots were elegant and lies exquisite. Things are all done very differently here. For starters, spy-masters publicly identify themselves as agents of espionage. All-seeing visionaries. They might as well paint a target on their foreheads. It's not a mistake I would like to make. For your subjects, I shall simply be a minister. You've come to power only recently, and the city is already full of murderers and spies. A guard recently found a stash while inspecting a trade caravan. It didn't contain any smuggled goods, except some spying equipment and a few deadly toys. We could identify neither where the package came from, not where to, nor to whom it was going. But if you don't want such tools put to use, you must figure out who the spy is. I could order the merchants to look for a stranger among their servants, but I don't trust moneybags traders. I'd rather charge my people with watching the merchants. Then again, why look for clues when the best proof is evidenced by confession? If you bring me the merchants for a couple of hours, the problem will be solved. The rack will make a spy sing like a bird. Yeah, sure. Tell the merchants, or put all the merchants on the rack. I'll teach them some new ways to feel pain. Only the truth will ease their bodily suffering. Your Grace, I know I already owe you so much and shouldn't bother you with any further requests, and I would hold my tongue if only my own interests were on. If only my own interests were online. However, this matter I need help with involves the fate of my people and a certain person of special value to me. You see, when strange events started to unfold in Barnhold and its environs, we started our own investigation. We discovered a certain mysterious dungeon. The locals say it was the tomb of an ancient creature of great power. Alas, this turned out to be a false lead, and the dungeon was a trap. Meanwhile, the real Mordecai continued to commit outrages in his real tomb, and then attack Varnhold. As fate would have it, at the moment of the magical attack, a party of my own people was inside this false dungeon, and I have yet to learn anything of their fate. This is my request. Help me go into the dungeon and find out what happened to my people. What is this person of special value you mentioned? Well, I suspect her name is Nadia. So, actually, it's me. My general and my right hand, Magar, grows grim. To think that I, as a leader, brought trouble upon my most loyal people. To be honest, I don't believe I'll find them alive, but I must at least try to find out what happened there. I will do what I can. Where is this dungeon? I will mark it on your map. Magar nods shortly and gratefully. I will meet you on the road. If you decide to go, thank you, Your Grace. This mission is very important to me. The darkness retreats in the tenebrous steps. There it is, which means Mineral Spring. Well, Hunt. A terrifying visitor is awaiting you at the castle, giving tells to the servants and guards alike. A dismal silence hangs in the hall as the figure of a new visitor appears on the door. He's taller than anyone else present, and he seems to be made of subtle folds and sharp angles. From his metal mask to his scarlet cape, he literally reeks of evil. Cold, calculating, unrelenting. Greetings, ruler of this land. An expressive male voice carries across the whole hall. The visitor bows politely. I've come from afar to discuss a matter of considerable importance, and I hope for a civilized conversation. Let me introduce myself. I'm called a forefather, and I serve the illustrious Queen Mahathala. I am a devil. Right. Now there are devils roaming about my capital. How can you be sure of that? Disguises can do wonders. You hear a chuckle under the mask, but the devil regains his polite and formal tone. I realize that guests like me are somewhat exotic, but this is why I chose to come forward boldly in the light of day, as any honest visitor should, to lands of a lawful ruler. The devil makes a few gestures and says nothing indistinguishable, or says something indistinguishable. Both he and you seem to be enclosed in an invisible ring. Hello, raiders. We got a raid from Reaver. That was second chapter, or the second chapter remake. I was watching it for a spell there, but it's like, well, for one, I'm more of an, I prefer the Agat rate myself, and it's not just because the CP Dynamo that is Wild Rage is really fucking powerful. That makes him really fucking powerful, because you can just spam his S-crafts at 200 CP. But I'd say Agat, it kind of works for the for how SC is set up, because that's basically a coming of age story for Estelle. I see. It probably should be, because it was really strong in the Evo versions, but it's more of a coming out. It's more because SC is kind of a coming of age story for Estelle, where she is becoming more independent, and having her big sis present, basically omnipresent even, in all of her in half of her story even, kind of undermines that. So it's like, no. For Estelle, I think Agat is actually better for Estelle's character development. The devil makes a few gestures and says something indistinguishable. Both he and you seem to be enclosed in an invisible ring. The outside world shines through dimly, and its sounds are barely audible. A modest precaution. Others should not hear what I have to say. I have news of someone you know. Young Canera and Kalik. One of them is in grave danger, and they both share a single fate. They must have told you by now of the soul eater who killed Canera. I should imagine that by disclosing their secret and true names to you, the poor children deprived Canera of protection from this deadly foe. The soul eater has picked up her scent and will soon be here. You will need my help to deal with it. What is your interest in Canera and Kalik? My interest in these lost children is special. I would even say familial. It's my blood that runs in their veins a long time ago. I gave a night of passion to a young follower of Mahathala's cult. Her soul has writhed in agony in the flames of hell for many ages, and yet I still feel a vague joy when I see the offspring of our alliance walking the sunlit lands of Kedira. I am their forefather, and not only by name. What's so special about this soul eater? I've killed worse beasts before. This Soul Eater is more ancient and far stronger than and more evil than any others like it. It knows Canari's name and it will follow her relentlessly. If you refuse my help, both you and the girls will have to remain on close guard every day and night, waiting for it to appear, to attack. And believe me, the devil seems to chuckle. Even so, you will not be prepared when it strikes. What do you suggest? I can lure out the Soul Eater to appear at the right time and place. I even know a way to be rid of it once and for all without any fuss. If you are willing, then come with Kalik to the Barrens at the southern border of the Canelands. And it must be Kalik. We cannot risk her sister being found. We will meet there and resolve matters once and for all. Fine. Thanks for the warning. Now get out. The devil bows again. Do not refuse my help if you care about the girls' lives. For now, farewell. I must excuse myself. Oh, hi, Reaver. Your Grace, there is one small matter. A series of small matters, actually. That's growing into a larger problem. Your goblin ally seems to have invited some of his tribe into the capital. And they are acting as if it is their home. It seems your goblin friend and his allies have been industrious in their latest blasphemy. They are erecting statues to Lamashtu, the mother of beasts, right outside the capital. It's heresy, and it's spreading fear and panic among the people. Okay, good night, Reaver. Could you please look into the matter? The guards are hesitant to deal with the one close to you personally. Kima bows awkwardly. A broad smile dancing on his lips. It is ready. I brought you something. Thank you, Kimo. Could you make something specific for me? Specific? Why, with pleasure. But what exactly? A spear. The elf gives a leisurely nod. I will do it. Scouting the northern regions. Support the regent's endeavors. We do need to increase our espionage stat. Or rather, we need to upgrade our espionage stat to tier 2. But, that can probably wait for now. Okay. I think that is probably where we are going to end today. We are at this point at 4 hours till, I believe. I'm getting pretty EP. So that is where we are going to end today. And I will see you again tomorrow for Final Fantasy 16. Now, let's see who is available for a raid. Not a whole lot of people. Raid. Lore. There you go. So we are going to raid lore today, and I will see you again tomorrow for more Final Fantasy 16. And Sunday for more Final Fantasy 16. But yeah. Have a good day, everybody. See you around. Give a hello to Lore, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.